Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. Today I'm actually discussing the reveals of part of the Transformers fan stream. Of course, that was today, May 16th, so I'm actually going to be doing several separate segments for these reveals because there's actually quite a few figures we need to talk about and quite a bit of news we need to talk about. So for this specific segment here, I'm actually going to be talking about this brand new Legacy Evolution Amazon exclusive pack, that being the Transformers Legacy Evolution Humble Origins 2-pack Center Shockwave and Data Clerk Orion pack. So the price is $55. Pretty fair for this pack and what you're getting because it's a Voyager and a Deluxe, so that's $35 and $25, so I think that adds up. As for, of course, the release date, it's August 1st, but most likely will change. I've seen, of course, from past experiences with these exclusive packs, typically they come earlier rather than later. So as for the figures themselves, there's actually two exclusive packs that were revealed today, part of the Legacy Evolution line. This personally has to be my favorite of the two. The figures are, of course, Shockwave, the Center Shockwave, and Orion packs. They're actually remolds and repaints from previous figures, actually both from the Siege line, so we actually haven't really seen these molds in quite a while. So if you're new to Transformers, these figures could actually be brand new for you, which is pretty exciting and cool. So starting off with Orion packs, it's actually using the Siege Hound mold, which has actually been quite a while since we've seen a version or the original mold at all. I actually do have the original. I thought it was a pretty good figure. So I actually really do like the design. I have heard complaints, people say that it's too soon to get another Orion Pax figure, because I do know we got an Orion Pax figure in the Heroes Born 2-pack last year for the PulseCon exclusive, so it has been quite recently, but of course they're two completely different molds. The one with that exclusive was using the Stu Series Cut mold, the one with this one is using the Siege Hound mold, so maybe if you prefer a mold over the other, of course you can go for that one rather than the other, which is kind of a nice option. Also, I really do like how they're making another, because with that past version, that was of course using the Cup one, and you could remove the limbs, so that was a feature part of that toy, which I personally really didn't like that feature being on the Orion Pax one, so I'm really glad they're making this one, because that one will not have that feature. So there's actually quite a few changes and differences between the two, which I really do like. Excuse me, so as for the new molding, there is a brand new head sculpt, brand new chest. There's actually a brand new accessory included. It's this really cool kind of Energon axe. He does come with the same pistol and ammo little clip from Hound, but I do think it's a brand new color. I think with Hound it was kind of like a greenish gray. With this one it's a solid black, in case you were wondering. As for the arms and the legs, I'm pretty sure they are the exact same thing. There was no new molding. As for the back, I'm actually not really aware if there's any changing back there, because they really haven't showed the back of the figure at all. But I really do like the look of this. I think this might be my preferred deco or style of Orion packs over the Cup, repaint, remold, but of course, just by pictures, I might change my mind once I actually get this thing in hand. As for Center Shockwave, this is actually using the Siege Starscream mold, which of course I do have a huge collection of. If you actually watch my past collection video, you know I have every single version and use of the Siege Starscream, and of course, that will not change with this. I will be getting this pack. I already printed it on Hasbro. I actually think this looks very, very cool. I have to say, that's probably why this pack I like so much, because of the Siege Starscream and of course the Siege Hound, both really good molds and very good figures, so I'm really happy that they use these. And of course, mold change-wise, there's a brand new head sculpt, there's a brand new chest. The legs, from what I can tell, are the exact same. There's no new molding, of course, just a brand new coat of paint or color, deco. But I'm pretty sure, actually, if I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure part of the waist and crotch, I do think there's some new molding there. Not 100% brand new, but I do think there's some new molding. As for the arms, the forearm and the shoulder is the same, and the hand as well, but there's actually some new wing pieces attached to pretty much the elbow, so there is some new molding there. As for the entire wings, they're completely brand new molded, so that's all different in the back. The figure still has those little kind of intake sections over the shoulders, so there is a good majority of this figure that is, of course, reused from Siege Starscream, but I would say about maybe 45% of this figure is brand new pieces, which I think is pretty good for an exclusive pack, because some of them, for exclusives, they're literally just straight up repaint with maybe a new accessory or head sculpt, but most of these figures, both these figures, have quite a few new pieces, which is really cool to see. As for their alt modes, Orion Pax actually looks pretty good. Of course, it's that kind of, Jeep buggy style type vehicle from Hound. In this mode, mold-wise, I think the only change is the entire windscreen section and the front hood, but that's all I can tell, of course. Again, they really do not show the back, so I really do not know what the back holds or what new pieces are there, because, of course, there's not really the most detailed pictures for these figures. We'll really have to wait until we get them in hand, or, of course, once a review is up. As for the Senator Shockwave, I think it's an okay alt mode. It does look a bit silly with the very small, tiny wings, because, as I mentioned before, there's those little wings attached to the elbows, so of course those form the main wing for the alt mode. They just seem a bit too small in proportion to the rest of the jet, but I do like the color and shade of blue they use. It's a really nice turquoise. Also, the new, molded in kind of, or new, pieces, they're like these huge thruster intake sections. Those are very cool. And again, if you do look at the picture of the Tetrajet alt mode, it is quite obviously, of course, the Siege Starscream. I'm pretty sure most likely the transformation will be very similar, because of course there's the entire, nose cone piece. We have the little tip at the top. As you can see, probably the legs are actually folded underneath, so quite a bit of the transformation will be the same. Probably, of course, same goes for Orion packs, but overall a very solid exclusive pack. So we actually do have the box art, and I actually found one really cool Easter egg, which I don't know if anyone else has spotted yet, but of course, the main packaging, we do have Orion packs and Senator Shockwave looking very cool in a really nice action pose. I'll probably put up a picture up on your screen for you to see yourself. But hopefully you can see. If you can't see, of course, when you're watching or listening to this, go to Hasbro or Amazon or wherever it's sold, and there's actually a figure or character on top of a building, pretty much right behind or on top of Orion packs, just like right above him on the box. And I didn't notice that at first. I just realized that, a little while ago. And I'm not entirely sure who that's supposed to be. I can't really tell who it is. If you do know who it is, please let me know in the comment section down below. Which, of course, typically with exclusive figures like these or Titan classes, usually there's figures that they put in there, as hints, and they have literally nothing to do with the figure. Like, I'm pretty sure with the last Titan class, Metroplex, there was the Nemesis, on the packaging, and of course they're two completely different characters, and they're not even from the same genre or show, The Nemesis from G1, Metroplex, of course, was from the Cybertron show, so sometimes they'll put characters on boxes that have no affiliation with the genre of Transformers at all, so, I do have a few theories. I think this could be Silverbolt from Beast Wars, but that could be, of course, completely wrong, because he does have wings, from what I can tell. He does have wings. Or I'm thinking it could be Tigerhawk, also from Beast Wars, the Air Razor and, of course, Tigertron mixture. And I'm pretty sure there was a listing for that figure that is happening. Both of those, actually. I'm pretty sure there's a listing for Silverbolt and Tigerhawk. So maybe that is it. I really don't know. Let me know your suspicions in the comment section down below. It's a really cool Easter egg that I'm really glad they did. Also, of course, there could be more Easter eggs on the side of the box. Typically, they put, little images on the side of the box. Unfortunately, they do not show it on Hasbro Pulse or Amazon. And if you're wondering the number of steps, Orion Pax transforms in 15 steps, and of course the Senator Shockwave transforms in 20 steps. I think that's pretty close to their original molds, maybe just a few, 1 or 2 steps off, I'm not entirely sure, but that is pretty much it for this segment. Please do let me know what you think of this figure, or both figures, in the comment section down below, and of course several more segments coming soon for all the rest of the